Koinant, good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And I'm going to make a prediction. And it involves Hippo Eyes, Cyril Ramaphosa. And that prediction is that every economic failure in South Africa from now on is going to be blamed on the coronavirus. Okay, so it's the coronavirus's fault. I think Jan van Riebeck will find a great relief off his shoulders because of that. Because previously, of course, he's been to blame from everything from Eskom to whatever. You know, poor guy. Anyway, getting back to the coronavirus, I can tell you that the tourism industry around the world is totally in chaos. Countries like Fiji, which depend totally, their economy depends on tourism, their economies are just going to nosedive completely. Very, very good run countries, but their economies are going to be hammered. And here in Australia, they're saying it's already cost Australia something like $10 billion, the coronavirus. Okay. Everybody says don't panic, don't worry about it, just keep on because it's not as bad as the flu virus. I don't buy that. If that was the case, why don't the governments of the world, and I'm talking from the US down, just say, look, let it go, let it come in, let it do what it likes, we don't care because it's just like the flu virus. I'll tell you why they don't. Because they're being given very, very good information, and information that would make people panic and reconsider going to a public place where there might be a large gathering, watching a band or something like that, because if you get the coronavirus, it's not a happy situation, believe me. It's not like the flu virus. Anyway, I want to tell you now how the coronavirus is impacting on the tourism industry. Now, just for example, I was considering going to Thailand this month, March, spending a couple of weeks in Phuket, that beautiful little beach area. I've put that on the back burners. And I think millions of people around the world are doing exactly the same thing. The coronavirus outbreak is a global crisis that is testing the resilience not only of the airline industry, but of the global economy. Alexandre de Juniac, Director General and CEO of the International Air Transportation Association, said on Wednesday. He said airlines are experiencing double-digit declines in demand, and on many routes traffic has completely collapsed. Aircraft are being parked and employees are being asked to take unpaid leave. In this emergency, government needs to consider the maintenance of air transport links in their response, said de Juniac. In his view, the suspension of certain slot use rules at airports and relief on airport fees where demand has disappeared are two important steps that can help ensure that airlines are positioned to provide support during the crisis and eventually in the recovery. Despite the impact of the outbreak and spreading of the virus in other markets as a region, African airlines recorded a 5.3% rise in air transport passengers demand in January, up slightly from 5.1% growth in December, according to the latest data released by IATA. Global passengers traffic data for January 2020 showed that demand, measured in total revenue passenger kilometers, climbed 2.4% compared to January 2019. This was down from 4.6% year-over-year growth for the prior month, and is the lowest monthly increase since April 2010, the time of the volcanic ash cloud crisis in Europe that led to a massive airspace closure and flight cancellations. De Juniac commented, January was just the tip of the iceberg in terms of the traffic impacts we're seeing owing to to the COVID-19 outbreak or the coronavirus outbreak, given that the major travel restrictions in China did not begin until the 23rd of January. Nevertheless, it was still enough to cause our slowest traffic growth in nearly a decade. With the exception of Africa, air cargo markets around the world shrank in 2019, according to the latest data released by IATA, with an increase in demand of 6.8% compared to the same period a year later. African carriers posted the fastest growth of any region for the 11th consecutive month in January 2020, the IATA data shows. Capacity grew 5.9% year-on-year. Globally, cargo demand, measured in cargo ton kilometers, decreased by 3.3% in January 2020 compared to the same period in 2019. According to De Juniac, January marked the 10th consecutive month of year-on-year declines in cargo volumes. He said that initially there was optimism at the start of 2020 that an easing of US-China trade tensions would give the air cargo sector a boost during the year. This has, however, been overtaken by the impact of the COVID-19 outbreak. According to De Juniac, the outbreak has severely disrupted global supply chains, although it did not have a major impact on January's cargo performance. He expects February's performance data will give a better picture of how the virus is impacting global air cargo. He concluded by saying, "Tough times are ahead. The course of future events is unclear, but this is a sector that has proven its resilience time and again." Now, what I would just say to my subscribers, guys, and I know I keep on hammering this home, is just prep, because you have no idea what goods and products you use today, unless you've looked at the back of them, come from China. And with China basically in shutdown, factories not opening, businesses not working, manufacturing companies just sitting there idle, you might find it becomes very difficult to get those goods that you normally get from the local shop, because they just will not be available. So please, guys, remember to prep. Prep, prep, prep. Think about exactly what you need for the 3 months. Just extend it for a 3-month period. You're not wasting your money. You're going to use this stuff anyway if nothing happens. But believe me, that vulture, the coronavirus, is sitting on the doorstep of South Africa right now, looking at the feast below it. All right, guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the updates. Please like this video, please share this video, and above all, please stay safe.